Focus on shoulders, hips, and heart opening with a Yoga Nidra to finish. So as you all arrive, coming into your yoga space, softening your eyes and tuning into your breathing, noticing the earth underneath you, supporting you, lifting your spine up nice and tall, the crown of your head facing up towards the universe. Noticing the rise in your chest as you inhale and the fall as you exhale. Checking in with your body, scanning through your body, acknowledging any parts that may be a little bit of tension or a little bit of pain or anything that's bothering you. Just notice it's there and exhaling into that area, acknowledging it, and then moving on to your mind. Quick scan of your mind, just noticing where you're at. There may be some thoughts that are there, just let them go. And then coming to the outer edge of your body, to your skin and where your energy level is. As you're inhaling and exhaling, noticing how your external aura and your energy field feels today. Whether you're feeling energized, you might notice a little bit of tingling on the outside of your skin. And let's set our intention for our practice today. Your intention can be anything that's relevant to you. My suggestion for today is radiance. Filling up our own cups so we can radiate loving kindness to others. Honoring my body. And just breathing. Taking a few more breaths here. I've got a yoga quote for you to set our practice today about radiance. Quiet the mind and the soul will speak. Let's start to move our shoulders in little circles, just loosening up any tension that you might have in that area. And coming back the other way. And then bringing your arms up to cactus. And gently taking our elbows back, feeling a stretch through the front of the chest and squeezing through the scapulars, and then coming forward and back. Inhale as you bring your elbows forward and exhale as you take them back. You can keep your eyes soft. Let's go a couple more rounds. And then taking your arms in a circle, stretching, opening out through the shoulders. And back the other way. Nice tall spine. Coming back to your breath. And then placing the right hand on the mat and bring the left hand over the top, stretching through the left side of the body. Inhaling as you come up to sitting and then exhale to the other side. Going from side to side, let your breath initiate the movement. Let's go one more on each side. And then coming back to center and then moving into tabletop position. Opening up your palms and pressing the palms into the mat, taking your shoulders underneath your hips nice and wide. And we're going to move our body into some cat and cows, opening up through our spine, warming our spine. As you inhale, lifting the chest, raising your gaze, nice curve in the lower back. And as you exhale, draw your spine up towards the ceiling and take your gaze between your knees towards your feet. So stretching out the shoulders and opening up through the neck. Just let your breath initiate. Just taking a few more breaths here. Just checking in with your body. Let's do one more round. And then take your knees a little wider. Bring your buttocks down to your heels, lifting up the spine, lifting up the chest, and then sliding the hands forward into child's pose. Bringing your forehead down towards the mat, surrendering into the position, coming back to the breath. Opening up your palms, stretching the fingers, and connecting with the stretch through the shoulders and the lower back. Just taking some nice deep breaths here. Noticing the energy coming up through the earth, up through your hands and your shins and the tops of your feet, and through your forehead. As you inhale, drawing up all the energy coming up through the earth. And take a big exhale, letting go of all that you don't need. Let's do 2 more breaths like that. Big deep inhale and exhale. And coming back up to tabletop, take your hands a little forward, bring your knees a little bit more under your hips, and take your chest forward as you inhale into upward dog, stretching through the hips. And exhale, come back to child's pose. You can slide your hands back. And then on your next inhale, coming forward again. So just inhale and exhale with upward dog and child's pose. Just warming up our spine, our shoulders, our lower back. Stretching our chest, lifting our heart. Noticing a nice stretch through the hip area as well as you go into your upward dogs. Just nice and slow. Do 2 more rounds. And then tucking your toes under, lifting up through the hips and coming into your first downward dog for today. Walking your heels down to the ground, stretching the back of your legs, stretching your shoulders. Just tuning into your body, noticing how it's feeling. take 3 more breaths here. And then coming back down to tabletop. And we're going to do some little shoulder opening with thread the needle. Bring the right hand slightly towards the middle of the mat. As you inhale, lift the left hand and open up through the chest and the shoulders, taking your gaze up to the left hand. And as you exhale, bring the left hand down and thread it under the right and hover the left hand out to the right side, stretching through the shoulders. Inhale, lift it back up again. And exhale, thread it under. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, threading it under and taking the right hand forward, the left shoulder and ear, bring it down towards the mat. And just go into a deep stretch, stretching the left scapula. Coming back to your breath. Noticing that opening on the left shoulder. Let's take 2 more breaths here. On your next inhalation, bring the left hand back up onto the mat, slide the right hand back, and we'll take it to the other side. This time, bring the left hand towards the middle of the mat. Inhale, lift the right hand up. Take your gaze with the right hand, stretching it, opening up through the front of the chest. Exhale, draw the right hand underneath the left and hover. Inhale, take your gaze with the hand, looking all the way up, squeezing through the back, opening up through the chest. And then exhale, take your gaze with the left hand, the right hand, and take it under. Inhale, lift it all the way back up again. And exhale, bring that right shoulder and ear down to the mat. Take the left hand forward. Softening your eyes and taking some deep breaths here. As you breathe in and out, noticing the opening of the right scapula. The left hand palm is nice and open on the mat. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And then on your next inhalation, come back to tabletop. From here, we're going to open up through the hips with lizard pose. We're going to take our right knee forward and take our right foot and place it next to our right hand into lizard. That's it. So you can stay here, and this is a nice opening through the hip. We can tuck the left toes under and bring the left knee off the mat. Just softening your eyes here and noticing the opening through the right hip. Let's take a couple more breaths. And then allow your left knee to come back down to the mat. Slide that right foot back, coming back to tabletop. And then we'll go to the other side. So we'll take our left foot forward and place it next to our left hand. And you can stay here with the right knee on the mat, or you can tuck the right toes under and lift up. Taking some nice breaths here and connecting with that deep opening through the left hip. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then bring the right knee down and take the left foot back down, come back to tabletop again. And we'll just flush our back with a couple of cat-cows. And then coming back to tabletop, and we're going to move through a little bit more movement with our upward dog and downward dog. You might like to take your hands slightly forward As you inhale, come up into downward dog, and then exhale, bring your head through your arms, stretching back through the back of the legs. And then inhale, bring the body forward into an upward dog. And exhale, come back into downward dog. Just moving through. Let's do 2 more rounds. And then we'll meet in downward dog. We're going to take our feet wider than the mat and walk our hands back underneath us, coming into a forward bend. Let your head fall heavy and your chest fall heavy, the crown of your head facing down towards the mat, sliding your hands back underneath your body and taking a few breaths here, noticing how your spine opens up in this position and the back of your legs get a nice stretch. And softening your eyes and coming back to your breath and coming back to your intention of your practice around radiance, filling up your own cup so that you can radiate loving kindness out to others. Slight bend of the knees, and then inhale, come up to standing. Bring your feet back underneath your hips, stretching up nice and tall into mountain pose. And let's take it to the left side and to the right. Inhale as you come up to center, and exhale as you go to the side. It's going from side to side. Nice stretch through the body. And then bring your hands back down to your sides, coming to the back of the mat. And we're going to do some warrior sequences. Turning the left toes out to the side and stepping forward with the right foot. Aligning your hips and your shoulders so they're facing towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up the arms, lift the chest and bending the right knee. Coming into warrior one. Connecting with stretch through the left hip. Lifting up your hands like you're lifting up a ball up towards the sky. Coming back to the breathing. Holding it strong with your legs. Then taking your right hand forward, left hand back into warrior two. Opening up through the chest. Nice and strong through the right leg. And then lengthening out the right leg and bringing both hands down towards the mat. If you have a block here, you can place your right hand on a block or place it next to your right foot. And we're going to inhale and lift the left hand up into triangle, looking up towards the left hand. So opening the heart, stretching through the back of the right leg. Taking a few deep breaths here. One more breath. And as you exhale, bring the left hand down to the mat and then bring both hands behind you, clasping behind your back, lifting up through the chest and lifting the hands off your back into humble warrior. So nice stretch through the shoulder area, through the back. And then release both hands to the mat and inhale, come up to standing. Bring your hands back to heart center and come back to the back of the mat. Give your legs a little shake. And we'll go to the other side. So turning the right foot out slightly. Step forward with the left checking your alignment, that your hips and your shoulders are facing forward, and the front heel should be aligned with the arch of your foot on the right foot. We're going to inhale, lift our chest, bending the left knee and bring our hands up back to warrior one, lifting that ball high in the air, feeling that deep stretch through the right hip, gazing up towards the sky, taking some deep breaths here, lifting up as tall as you can. And then taking the left hand forward, right hand back, keeping the left knee nice and bent, opening up through the chest, squeezing through the shoulders, nice and strong through the left leg. 2 more breaths here. And then lengthen the left leg and bring both hands down towards the mat and placing the left hand next to the left foot. If you have a block, you can place it there next to your left foot. As you inhale, open up through the chest and lift the right hand up towards the sky, looking up towards the right hand. So you're really opening up through the chest, noticing a deep stretch through the back of the left leg. Taking some breaths here. One more breath. And as you exhale, bring the right hand down to the mat. Bring both hands behind you, clasping your hands. Inhale, lift up the chest, lift your gaze, and notice it stretch through the back of the left leg and through the chest and the shoulders. 2 breaths here. And then release both hands down to the mat. And then inhale as you come back up to standing and bring your hands to heart center. Give your legs a little stretch, a little shake. Okay, from here we'll do our balancing pose. So we're going to do dancer pose today because it's a nice opening through the front of the chest. Dancer can be a little tricky, so you might like to have something in front of you that you can lean on if you need to. So we're going to start off with our right foot on the ground, and we're going to open up our toes on the right foot and move our hips in a circle, connecting with the anchor points under the right foot, and find yourself a gazing point just in front. It's going to help you with your balance. When you're ready, bending the left knee and bring the left foot up to the left hand. And from here, we're going to inhale and kick that left leg back and take our right hand forward, lifting up through the chest, steadying yourself with that gaze point and taking some nice deep breaths here. One more breath. And then coming back to standing again, give your legs a little shake. And then we'll go to the other side. So this time we're going to open up through the left foot. So finding the anchor points underneath your left foot, moving your hips in a little circle and coming back to that gazing point. Lifting up the right foot into the right hand, getting yourself nice and steady. And then as you inhale, kick back that right foot. Take the left hand forward, so you're lifting up through the chest, gazing forward. Let's do 2 more breaths here. So kicking that right foot back. And then come back to standing. Well done, everyone. That's a bit of a tricky one. Okay, from here, we're going to come down to the mat, back to tabletop. And we're going to lift alternate leg and arm. We'll start with raising our left knee and our right hand. And we're going to inhale, lift up, keeping our back nice and flat, really stretching out the hand, having the toes pointing down to the mat, keeping our back nice and still, and then bring the hand and knee down to the mat and go to the other side. As you inhale, lift up and lengthen, having that foot pointing down towards the mat. And then go back to the first side, really strengthening through the back and through the legs and the buttocks, stretching the shoulders, and just go side to side. Each time you inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, bring your hands and your knee back to the mat, keeping your back nice and still. And let's go one more. And then coming down to the mat, so you bring your chest down to the mat, have your hands just under your shoulders. As we inhale, we're going to lift our chest, squeeze our buttocks, and bring our shoulders back and down into cobra. And exhale, bring our forehead back down to the mat. And then inhale, come back up again. And continue on a couple more rounds. Squeezing through the shoulders and the buttocks. Feeling that stretch through the front of the body. One more round. Inhale, lift up. Shoulders back and down, squeezing the butt, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then bending your left knee and reach back with your left hand to the left foot. Take the right hand forward. And we're going to inhale, lift up through the chest, kick back the left foot and stretch out with the right hand. And then release. Go to the other side, so bring the left hand back down to the mat, left foot back down to the mat, bending the right knee, reaching back with the right hand to the right foot. Inhale, lift up through the chest, kick the right foot back and reach forward with the left hand. And then release. And this time reach back and grab the left hand and the left foot and the right hand and the right foot. And then we're going to inhale, lift up both sides into boat pose. And exhale, allow your chest to come back down to the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen, kicking both feet back. Stretching through the shoulders and through the thighs and the butt. And one more. And come back to tabletop. Bring your knees forward and then come into child's pose and we'll stretch our back. So we've been doing a few back bends there. So we're going to come into a forward bend and just come back to our breath. And come back to our intention of our practice around self-care and filling up our own cup so that we can radiate lots of good, loving kindness out to others. Just take 3 more breaths here. On each exhalation, allow your forehead to surrender a little lower to the mat. And then coming onto your back with your knees bent. Just hugging your knees up to your chest and let them go in a little circle. And then back the other way. Allow your feet to come down to the mat now, arms out to the side. Drop your knees to the right and look to the left. A little twist through the lower back. Taking a few breaths here on the right, feeling that stretch down the left side of the body. Just release any tension you have in your body. Taking a couple more breaths here. And then inhale, bring the knees to the center. And then drop them to the left and look to the right. Surrendering your body into the twist. Releasing any tension that you might be holding. Stretching down the right side of the body. Bringing the knees back to center. And cross the left leg in front of the right leg. And then reach forward. You can either bring the left shin towards your body, or you can reach through to the right shin or the right thigh. And then release your upper back and the back of your head back down to the mat into reverse pigeon. Just taking some deep breaths here and connecting with the stretch through your glutes and through the I2B on the left side, helping to release any tension in your lower back. Taking a couple more breaths here. And then release your hands, bring the right foot down to the mat and swap your legs over. So you've got your right leg now crossed in front of the left, and then reaching forward to either the right shin or through the middle of the legs to the left leg. And then allowing your upper back and your head to come back down to the mat. And having a nice deep stretch into pigeon pose on the right side. Two more breaths. And then releasing your hands, bring your feet to the mat and take the soles of your feet together. Allow your knees to fall out to the side into reclining butterfly and lifting your hands up above your head to the floor behind your head. Just opening out like a butterfly, surrendering down into the mat. Softening your eyes, coming back to your breath and back to your intention. Just breathing, noticing the rise and the fall in your chest. On your next inhalation, bring your arms forward to your knees, bring your knees together, and then lifting your legs into the air. You can come into a shoulder stand, or you can place your hands underneath your lower back and just lift your legs straight up. You can put a block underneath you if you wish, or have your legs up next to the wall or next to a bed, whatever you have in the room. It's coming into an inversion with our legs up in the air. Some little circles with our ankles, activating the flow of the lymphatic system down from the feet, the ankles, down the legs towards the groin area. Nice flat back on the ground. Coming back to the breath, taking our feet nice and wide. Bringing the soles of our feet together with our knees out to the side. And then taking our feet back up into the air again, soles of our feet pointing up towards the sky. Let's take a few more breaths here. And then on your next inhalation, bringing your feet back down to the mat and coming into Savasana for your Yoga Nidra. Getting yourself into a nice comfortable position. In Savasana, you might like to have an eye pillow over your eyes. You might like to put a blanket over your body to contain all the nice heat and energy you've generated in your yoga practice. Taking 3 deep, relaxing breaths. Be aware of the sounds in the distance, moving your awareness from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source of the sound. Be aware of your physical body lying in Savasana, your alignment, your chin lower than your forehead, your spine aligned, your arms close to the body, fingers away from the floor, as comfortable as possible. Become aware of your natural breath and keep it completely spontaneous. Repeat your intention mentally 3 times with feeling. Rotating your consciousness around your body, starting with your right hand thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm, back of your hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side trunk, hip, thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, top of your foot, bottom of your foot, toes, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Check your awareness that you're still awake and move your attention to your left hand thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm, back of your hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side trunk, hip, thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, top of your foot, bottom of your foot, toes, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Check your awareness that you're still awake and move your attention to the back of your body, your heels, back of your legs, buttocks, back, shoulder, arms, hands, whole of your spine, neck, back of your head, crown of your head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, eyebrow center, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, right nostril, left nostril, lips, chin, throat, chest, 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 abdomen, 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 pelvis, pelvis, pelvis. Become aware of your breath, counting back from 17 to 0. Check your awareness that you're still awake. Awakening the feeling of warmth within your body. Your hands are warm. Your arms are warm. Your chest is warm. Your legs are warm. Your feet are warm. Now awaken the feeling of coolness in the body. Your feet are cool. Your legs are cool. Your back is cool. Your torso is cool. Your chest is cool. Your arms are cool. Your head is cool. Your whole body is cool. Bring your awareness to the front of your closed eyes and imagine the following objects as they are named. A setting sun, a red rose, a beautiful garden, the sound of the rain, a waterfall, new green palm fronds, the orange and red autumn leaves, the full moon over the water, the sound of the ocean, a beautiful fish. Now is the time in your practice to repeat your intention 3 times. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Feel your body resting in Savasana, aware of the room that you're in and the surrounding floor, ceiling, walls, and windows. Recall the time of day and know that the practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to an end. I will chime the singing bowl once. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Stretching out your arms and your legs, wiggling your fingers and toes. Taking a few deep breaths and then rolling to one side and coming up into a seated position. I've got another quote for you around our theme of our practice today. Travel light, live light, spread the light, and be the light. Thank you for your beautiful practice today. Let's bring our hands to our heart center and then up to our forehead for kind thoughts, to our lips for kind words, and our heart for kind heart. Namaste. The divine in me bows to the divine in you. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. That was lovely.
Thank you, Jenny. That was very nice.
Good. How's everyone feeling? I better take a photo since we've got a nice big group today. It's really great. Okay, so let's come into your heart center and I'll take a little photo of you all. Nice. Beautiful. Well, have a lovely afternoon, everyone.
Thank you.
And
Drink plenty of water, get some nice rest tonight.
that feels great. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming. Nice to see you, Julianne.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. See
Bye,
you later.
ladies.
Bye. I needed that, Jenny. Thanks so much.
Oh, you're welcome. See, Olive do a downward dog.
I
Yes.
did. She's so very good. That was
Yeah.
great, Jen. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you liked it.
Yeah, no, it was really good.
How do your shoulders feel now? We did quite a bit of shoulder stuff.
Yeah, good. Much
Yeah,
better.
good. Yeah, body just sometimes likes a bit of movement, a bit of gentle movement, don't they?
Yeah. I don't think this weather's helping it either.
Yeah, oh, you have to try and keep it warm.
Yeah. All right. Oh, well, I better go. We've got to pick Hemi up today.
Okay, all right. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
See, bye.
Give Miss Muffet a rough up for me.
Naughty girl. Naughty dog.
Great.
Okay, bye. Yes, Olive. Did you have a nice yoga? Did you have a nice yoga, miss? Huh? Miss Olive dog?